Last year, my youngest daughter sent me a video of this fruit in Italy called Nespole, and they were so cute, and they looked like little apricots or something, and I looked everywhere for them here in Montreal, but I could not find them anywhere ever since, until a couple of weeks ago. I was at an Italian grocery store and I found them, and in English they're called Loquat. I think, I really hope it's the same fruit. I'm almost certain. If not, I'm a fraud. I don't know what to tell you, but I found this fruit in the Italian grocery store. Apparently there's just a very short window seasonally that they appear, but these fruit were not even from Italy. They were imported from elsewhere, and it's been a couple weeks and I really don't even remember from where they were imported, but I did take a picture or a little video, and I will insert it right here so that you can see them. And anyway, yeah, so I was really excited because I finally got to try them, and they are a bit like apricots, which happen to be one of my favorite fruits ever. They're right up there in like the top 4 favorite fruits, I would say. And I bought some and I brought them home and I baked them in the oven, and I served them with some vanilla ice cream that I made, and I will show you how I did that. But it's really hard for anyone probably who lives anywhere near Montreal to believe, but 2 weeks ago when I filmed this for you, it was blazing hot summer weather. Yes, I'm talking about the weather again, but for a good reason. It was just incredibly sunny, and to the point where while I was trying to film the ice cream, which you'll see, it was just melting so fast that it just kind of looks like ice cream soup. And I don't know, that's how hot it was. And ever since it had been a monsoon, it has been gray and chilly and soaking wet, that kind of wet that chills you to the bone. And it has just been day after day after, it's been relentless. And so many people that I've spoken to who live here in Montreal have been saying that they don't understand why, but they've been feeling really down lately. And it's definitely the weather. I'm sure the plants are happy that they had a good soak, but I really hope that this is over. I mean, at least, or that we can have like a nice solid break from it, because it's been really hard to be motivated and energetic with this literal cloud just hanging over us for the last couple of weeks. There were these little windows once in a while of sunshine that would last, I don't know, maybe an hour tops. It felt like by the time I saw out the window that it was sunny and would rush outside, the sun would already have passed and the rain had already started again. So definitely trying to pull myself out of this heavy gray mood that so many of us have been in for the last couple of weeks. And, got some inspiration sparked. And yeah, so anyway, that's where we're at. And, oh yeah, and you know what else? I had bought, or my girlfriend bought for me this really cool planter for the deck, because normally I just litter the deck with millions of pots with all tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of things in them. And so she got me a planter so that they would all kind of be in one space, so that we would actually have also some room on the deck, which, I guess is fair. But I haven't filled it with earth yet, because I want us to be able to stain the deck. But we need a couple of dry days where the deck dries out, and then we stain it, and then a couple of dry days for the stain to dry before we fill up this huge planter with earth, because it will be so difficult to move afterwards. So my planter's just sitting on the back deck with pots in it of plants that I desperately want to put into the actual earth. So waiting for things to dry. It's just been raining and raining and raining and raining. And I am praying for it to stop for just a week, so I can move these plants into the box and get some like actual vitamin D that doesn't come in a bottle. So while I sit and pray for sunshine, enjoy this recipe for Nespole and vanilla nice cream. For a vegan or plant-based ice cream, you just need some plant milk and cashews, or some really thick coconut cream or coconut milk and cream. I'm using plant milk and cashews for this recipe, and for the sweetener, which you can use a number of different things for. You can use cane sugar, you can use maple syrup, agave, pureed dates, date syrup, mashed bananas, applesauce. It really depends on what kind of ice cream you're making and what your tastes are. But for this recipe, I used cane sugar and I flavored it with some vanilla because it is a vanilla ice cream. I put all of these in the Vitamix and blended it up until it was completely smooth. And then I poured it into my KitchenAid ice cream attachment. If you don't have an ice cream maker, that's totally fine. You just need to pour this into a freezer safe container and put it into the freezer until it reaches the consistency that you want. This will take probably at least 4 hours though. So if you are making this for same day consumption and you don't have an ice cream maker, plan ahead. If you do it this way and when you take it out, it's really hard and you don't find that it's soft enough, you can just throw it back in a food processor and just whiz it up for a couple of seconds, and that will give you that creamy texture that you might be looking for. For my baked Nespole, I just sliced them in half and cut off the little nubs on the end and scooped out the seeds and the thick skin that is in the middle around the seeds. I took a couple of tablespoons of sugar and I added a few drops of vanilla extract as well as a few drops of almond extract. I sprinkled that on my Nespole halves and I threw in some sliced almonds for fun also on top. And then I just baked that until they were tender and the sugar was kind of caramelizing a little bit and the almonds were starting to toast. As I said, it was so hot outside, I could not get this ice cream to stop melting long enough to get a nice shot of it. But hey, that's real life. It was delicious, trust me, it tasted so much better than it looked. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. It means a tremendous amount to me. I am so happy to be able to share it with you. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, I thank you so much for being a part of this project and helping to make it possible. If you are someone who would like to work one-on-one with me for naturopathy or nutrition, I invite you to follow the link in the description below. I will be back very soon, and in the meantime, take really good care of yourselves. Bye.